yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Georgia, Dr. Gingrich.
The gentleman from Georgia is recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong support of House Resolution 1213, a resolution supporting the ideals of National Lab Day. I would also like to commend the two principal sponsors of this legislation, Ms. Fudge of Ohio and Dr. Ellis of Michigan, for their continued leadership on the promotion of STEM education. I want to join my colleague from California, Representative Harmon. I, too, am a former member of the Science Committee. I agree completely with her remarks on this issue. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, better known as STEM education, is instrumental to our ability to stay on the cutting edge of the global economy. Yet the United States is indeed falling behind the rest of the world in the number of students that are graduating from STEM fields. Mr. Speaker, according to a 2006 Association of American Universities study that is noted in the findings of H. Resolution 1213, 33.3% of students in China receive their undergraduate degrees in engineering. In Singapore, that number is 39.1%, and 25.4% of South Korea's graduates fall into these same fields. Unfortunately, the United States is lagging so far behind with a staggering 4.5% of graduates in engineering. 4.5%. In order for us to remain competitive in a global marketplace, it's so imperative that we find ways to increase the number of students coming out of college with a degree in STEM-related fields: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. That means we need to build the interest level within STEM education for students at all levels. Mr. Speaker, as a graduate of Georgia Tech with a degree in chemistry, STEM education is an issue that is near and dear to me, and I am very happy to see that this body considers in a bipartisan way a resolution that supports National Laboratory Day. This is a nationwide initiative that provides a forum for scientists to work directly with students on a hands-on learning experience. By allowing our students the opportunity to collaborate with scientists in this way, National Lab Day can provide them with the tools to keep them engaged in STEM fields, with the hope that those students will pursue higher education opportunities and careers in these cutting-edge fields. During the 110th Congress, I believe that our nation took a very crucial step, due in large part to the leadership of Chairman Bart Gordon and Ranking Member Ralph Hall of the Science Committee, to address this issue in the America Competes Act, and that was passed in a bipartisan way in 2007 and signed into law by former President Bush. As the former ranking member of Science's Committee, Technology and Innovation Subcommittee, I was so proud to support that important legislation that will make STEM education a priority both now and in the future. As we consider, Mr. Chairman, if you will allow me 30 additional seconds, I would appreciate it.
I yield the gentleman an additional minute.
The gentleman is recognized for an additional 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. And I'll wrap up in a shorter time than that. As we likely consider the reauthorization of the American Competes Act next week, I hope this body will approach this legislation in the same manner. I want to urge all of my colleagues to support this great resolution, H.Res. 1213. And, Mr. Speaker, I do now yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Georgia yields back the balance of his time. The gentleman from Texas reserves the balance of his time. The gentlelady from Ohio.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 5 minutes to the gentlewoman from California, Ms. Woolsey.
The gentlelady from California is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I want to compliment our chairman, Bart Gordon, and I would like to compliment Congresswoman Fudge and our ranking member,